friends, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Dee. I'm a Seint beauty artist and a lover of all things beauty. So here on my channel, we talk about a variety of different things, mostly related to beauty, skincare, some mid-size fashion, but once in a while, I throw in some lifestyle stuff. And today's video is going to be more lifestyle oriented. So I don't know about you guys, but I have seen this brand Pura all over my Instagram feed. I've heard some people talk about it, some influencers that I follow promote it. And so I kind of jumped on the bandwagon to figure out like, hey, is it as great as everybody is saying? And the reason really that I wanted to do it is I usually do Bed Bath & Beyond, but Bath & Body Works, you can't see any of these, but the plug-in, the wallflowers, and I've used those for years and years and years. But one thing that I notice about them is that they will be super, super strong at first, and then they kind of dwindle down, and I usually have to replace them every single month because there's no control of when it's coming out. So when you're sleeping and you don't necessarily need it to smell good in your house, it's still pumping out that fragrance. So I thought this made sense of like, hey, I can go ahead and just pump it out, on Saturday and Sunday all day, because that's when we're home all the time and we, more than likely will have guests, and then maybe a little bit in the morning and a little bit afternoon, just kind of break it up, but definitely not at night. So hopefully I would save money. So that was kind of my thought process behind it. And honestly and truly, like, this is a brilliant, brilliant thing. They have a home one that looks like this. So it comes in this little box. I mean, it's not cute, but at least it's kind of plain. You plug it into a wall here, and then you open it up, and this is where you can stick the cartridges. And then their app, you set it up, and basically you have the different cartridges that look like this. You scan it, and it will, it will tell itself that, oh, this one is in here, and you can change out the consistency, so you can schedule the consistency. Say you want this one to be in the morning, and then you want this one at night, it will do that. So it's kind of a smart app, but it'll also do it on the schedule, so you never have to do anything hypothetically. So that's basically what it is. I ended up purchasing 3 of them. This is the one that I actually got from Pura itself, because they were doing a subscription thing, or not a subscription thing. Well, I guess it was a subscription thing. You bought the box, and then you got 2 fragrances with it that you could pick out, and it was for a discounted price. And basically, I think you got the 2 fragrances free. Don't quote me on that, but it was definitely discounted. And then they have a subscription service, so you can subscribe to receive different fragrances every month. You can push it back. You can only push it back once, from what I understand, but you can push back the shipping date if you don't need it by then, and get a discounted price. Ulta just started selling, I don't know if they have the device, but they just started selling the fragrances, and I can tell you that when I price checked it, the fragrances on Pura, if you do the subscription, are cheaper than Ulta. Because at first I was like, I'll get Ulta points and do this, but it's actually cheaper if you go through the Pura's website directly and do the subscription. So if it works for you, you can save yourself money by doing the subscription. They also have a booklet that they can send you that has some of their most popular smells. That's how I figured out that I like the Capri Blue Volcano and this Tommy Bahama one. I don't know what this one is. It just says Tommy Bahama. But I smelt it. I was like, okay, this one smells good. So you can also get that booklet. I think it's for free. It might be for $1 or something like that you can add on to it. But I got that last time for my subscription because I wanted to expand it. So here is kind of the pros and cons. The first thing is the concept is great. I love the fact that you can schedule it, and if you get this diffuser just by itself, it is $44.99, and then each of the different fragrances range anywhere between like $12 and $18. It depends on the fragrance. They do have brands like Anthropology, they have the Capri Blue, and then they have Nest NY, so they have some popular brands. And they also do a good job of breaking it down on their website about like, hey, if you want something floral, or you want something, earthy or amber, they kind of have the descriptors there. So they seem to be pretty accurate. But the reality is, like, this is one of the, I think, more affordable ones. I know we try not to say cheaper, but this is a cheaper one. And you can see here, it's so small. I mean, obviously it's concentrated, but it's definitely super, super small. I honestly cannot tell you how long it lasts. And the reason for that is these things would not stay on my Wi-Fi to save their lives. So I ended up picking up 3. I got one of them from the actual Pura website, and then the other 2 I got from Poshmark. Somebody was poshing them or thrifting them, and I ended up picking them up. They ended up working out just fine. So initially I was able to get them set up and they seemed to work out fine, but it was a nightmare trying to get them set up. I had one in my dining room and that one seemed to work for a while, and then I had one in my office and it was like spinning and spinning and spinning. And basically what you do is you plug it into the wall, it turns on a blue light, you scan it, they give you a little scan barcode here, and you can download the app, super easy, and it kind of connects to the device and it tells you when it's connected to the device, and then you connect to your Wi-Fi. And it says this may take a moment. And what they mean by that is it could take 30 minutes to get the sucker set up. I don't know what it was about my Wi-Fi. I also tried it at my office Wi-Fi and it did the same thing. So I don't think it's my Wi-Fi. Like, I kind of live out in the country a little bit. My Wi-Fi can be wonky at times, but it also did it in my office as well. So I'm like, I have no idea. But I was able to get one. The one in the dining room was relatively quick to pair up. The one in the office was a nightmare. And then this one, which is actually from Pura, could not get it to get on my Wi-Fi to save my life. I was gonna put this in the laundry room where people come in kind of through the garage door, and I cannot get it to work. So I ended up trying to return this because it's been over 30 days. I am not able to get my money back, but they are giving me a credit, which I'm like, woohoo, whatever. But I was going to try the car one. Oh, the second thing is, so I wasn't able to get this one to connect for whatever reason, and I just basically like got so frustrated. I was like, I don't have time to sit here. I've spent 30, 45 minutes on it. Can't figure out what's wrong with it. It's not saying anything. It's just saying that it's not the network. It like says that it gives an error message like the network can't be verified at this time. I'm like, I have no idea what that means. So, and this is what the office one did over and over and over again. And then all of a sudden magically it started working. So I don't have time to do that the second time. I've wasted enough time. So I'm going to be returning it. I did return because I did get the subscription because I forgot to cancel it or to push it back. So I did get 3 of them. This one's a Becky Owens Coconut Calm. They smell good when I smell the little things. When I went to go return it because I had it within I was returning it within 30 days of receiving it, they did give me my full money back, and they said that I don't need to ship them. So if you like the Pura and you want to get these for a discounted price, let me know because I'm going to be selling them on Poshmark because there's just literally nothing I can do with them. The other 2 I will be selling the diffusers as well because the problem that I had with them was, and not that I want to sell bad things, like obviously whatever, it is what it is. These are good. So if it works for you and you end up getting this and you're like, oh, she's crazy because it worked just fine for me, more power to you. I'm just giving you my experience. But the other 2, the office one continuously gives an error message. I continuously have to go into my app and tell it to reconnect to the Wi-Fi for whatever reason. And then the one in the dining room says it's connected, but it's giving me not a red light or blue light, it's giving me a white light. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. Like, what is this supposed to do? It says it's connected to the phone, but I can't smell anything coming out of it. And then the other thing that's frustrated is the one in the office that has continuously kicked off of the Wi-Fi and given a red light is saying that the fragrance is low, but when I take the fragrance out and I kind of shake it, it's full. So I'm like, you're telling me the fragrance is low, but when I go like this, I can still hear that there's a lot of water liquid in there, yet for whatever reason, the app is saying that it's low. I don't know. Do you see that gigantic fly? We have massive flies here in Texas, and they're so annoying, and they dive bomb you. I hate them. Ugh. But anyways, that is my experience. Not a pleasant one. I would not recommend it personally. I am not the most tech savvy person, but I can figure stuff out, especially when I'm motivated. And I was super motivated to figure this out. And then after wasting 30 minutes trying to get my office one hooked up, and then wasting 30 minutes trying to get this one hooked up, and it's still not working, I was like, I'm done. So I personally would not recommend it. Like I said, I'm gonna be returning this one, and I will be getting the car one. The car one I know connects to the app, and it's a USB to your car, so you don't have to do it for the Wi-Fi. Connecting to the app to this device wasn't the problem. Like, it seemed like it connected well. It's just something with the Wi-Fi that it did not like, and it kept kicking it off. And like I said, I tried it in my office. So I tried it on 2 different networks, 2 different locations, 2 different providers, and they both could not get them to work. So it could just, maybe it's a Texas thing. It landed on my finger. Maybe it's just a Texas thing, but it just, I can't recommend it. I just want to do this quick video to let you know that I personally would not recommend it. And if you're going to get it, make sure that you try to do it within the 30 days. Like, if it's not working for you, return it within the 30 days, because they seem to be pretty good about returns. The one that I'm returning for store credit, they gave me a USPS code. They did deduct a little bit of the shipping off of it, but that's not a big deal. But it seems pretty easy to return, and like, all you need is your order number. You go in there, you select Y, and then you return it. So I know some companies make it very, very challenging to do returns or exchanges, and Pura, I do have to say, seem to make it very, very easy. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Leave your comments below if you've ever tried this, if you had the same issues, if you haven't had the same issues. Maybe it works fabulous for you and you think it's amazing. Maybe you had the same Wi-Fi challenges and all of a sudden you found a magical button that fixed all of them. Whatever it is, please leave your comments below. Let other viewers know what your thoughts are. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Until next time, bye.